Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Ganana Tva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamasravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspatana Shunvanno Devisi Dasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु वाग्देव्यै नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम भं नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्ध ज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशांताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रुत्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याता सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Ishvara manifest as cosmic orders. We saw in the last class. Ishvara manifests as various cosmic orders, physical order, which governs all the inert objects in the creation. Biological order, which governs the function of all the bodies in the creation. Physiological order, which governs the functions of the life, functions of the sense organs. Then psychological order, which governs the functions of the mind. Then cognitive order. Cognitive order governs the intellect, which gains knowledge. Then finally, moral order, which educates the humanity how to live. This moral order is available only for human being. All other orders are available for other creatures also. Even animals have their own intellect, their own logic, dry bone logic. This moral order governs only human being and devatas. In this earth, it governs only human being. In otherworldly existence, it governs devatas. So, this moral order is very critical and important order. it should be understood that Dharma is not a mandate of the Ishvara. Dharma is the manifestation of the Ishvara. What is the difference between mandate and manifestation? Mandate means it is outside the creation. It is not the part of the creation. After creation, mandate is given by someone who is outside the creation. So Semitic religions consider Ishvara as the conscious entity who is outside the creation. He has nothing to do with the creation, like a potter. Potter creates a pot and gives mandate. You have to handle this way. That possibility is there, but that possibility will not work. If Dharma is the mandate, then it is a subject matter of acceptance and non-acceptance. Mandate given by whom? By one particular individual entity, namely Ishvara, God. And that person, that entity, that Ishvara also is subject to belief or not. There is a choice. Either you can believe the giver of the mandate or you can deny. Either you can accept the mandate or you can deny. Even if you accept it, it will be an obligation. I oblige Ishvara. As long as you oblige Ishvara, you will expect Ishvara also to oblige you. That is why human mind asks, what is the benefit following Dharma? The very question is a wrong question. What I will get if I follow Dharma? Those who don't follow Dharma, they are all nice. All these questions are coming because the Dharma is understood as mandate. If it is understood as mandate, then it is an obligational duty. You can oblige or you can disobey. Like in Semitic religion, God created Adam and Eve and gave a mandate, don't eat apple. It's a mandate. So naturally, he can oblige or he can disobey. General propensity will be what? To disobey only. In every home, the mother says, don't go there to the child. The child will go there only because you have created a curiosity in the mind of the child. Why should not I go? Understand? So, Dharma understood as mandate will create lot of problems. One thing is, the giver of the mandate is outside the creation, and the giver of the mandate has to all the time watch whether you obey the mandate or not. And if you disobey, he should be a judgmental entity. If God is a judgmental entity, then he must be a mental. He is also subject to ragadvesha. He is also subject to ragadvesha. Anger. I should punish this fellow. Like that. An entity which has anger cannot be Ishvara. Because he is also going through the pain of getting anger. Anger creates pain. If our children don't obey us, we get anger. Is it samsara or not? Is it painful thing or not, experience or not? My own child doesn't obey me. Correct? Imagine Ishvara, how much depression he would have been. No fellow follows me. No fellow follows my mandate. He will be in depression. Because majority will not follow. Because very first Srishti, Adam disobeyed. Even in Hindu theology, the first Srishti disobeyed. Sanakadi rishis were created as Manasaputra for Brahmaji. Then Brahmaji told, Bhagavan has given the duty of creation to me, so you please help and do all these activities. Then what they told? They disobeyed. Harish Charanam, they went out. These are all not for us. Our inner propensity, samskara, doesn't allow us to involve in progeny. So they disobeyed and went became sannyasis. So dharma, if it is understood as mandate, then lot of problems. Therefore, Veda says dharma is not a mandate of the Ishvara. Dharma is the manifestation of Ishvara. What do you mean by manifestation? It is another form of Ishvara. Entire creation is another form of Ishvara. The governing laws of this creation also is another form of Ishvara. That is why very dharma, the word dharmaha is derived from the dhatu, the root dhr. Dharanad dharma ityahuhu. That which sustains the creation is called dharmaha. What sustains the creation? Please tell. What are all the possibilities of sustenance of the creation? Substance of the product sustains the creation. Pot is sustained by clay. Correct? Substance, the raw material, the technology by which it is put together sustains the creation. Therefore, dharmaha means Ishvaraha. According to Vedic revelation, what is this creation? It is Ishvaraha. So the word meaning exactly fits here. Substance of a product sustains the product. So dharmaha sustains the creation. Then another meaning is that which is intrinsic nature of the product, eternally available, intrinsic nature of the product, whether it is a being or a thing. That also is called a dharma. Ushnam agnehe dharmaha. Dravatvam apasya dharmaha. Liquidity is the dharma of the water. Heat is the dharma of fire. Understood? So, can you have any other option with regard to these things? Because it is intrinsic nature. Heat is not the intrinsic nature of a coffee. Heat is not the intrinsic nature of coffee, but heat is intrinsic nature of fire. But dravatvam is the intrinsic nature of whether it is water or coffee. Understand? So what is incidental nature? What is intrinsic nature? You should know. Incidental is due to some reason it is added with that entity. Here there is no reason. You ask sun, why you are shining? Hare, that is my nature. That is why I am called sun. Why you are burning? So much hot it is. Hare, that is my nature. If you don't want the effect of my presence, you can shut down in a room and manage to get some other atmosphere by having an AC. But I cannot change. So that which cannot be changed and that which is the intrinsic nature of a thing or a being is also called dharmaha. Swabhavaha it is called. that which is not changeable, that which is intrinsic to that entity is called swabhavaha. So swabhavaha also is dharma. Ishvaraha is dharma, swabhavaha is dharma. Then third one is universal moral orders, samanya dharma, that which is applicable to all living beings. What are they? What are they? Ahimsa. No living being wants himsa. So ahimsa paramo dharma. If you come to human society, this moral order governs the society. Along with ahimsa, so many other moral orders are added. Satyam, asteyam, aparigraham. Nobody wanted to get cheated. Nobody wants that their possession be robbed. So these are all universal moral order. They are called samanya dharma. So it is applicable for all living beings. Then fourth meaning is duties and responsibilities also are called dharma. See, what is the basic meaning of dharma? Dharanad dharma iti ahuhu. If you don't have anything, any aspect which I am telling, the creation will not sustain. Without Ishvara, the creation will not sustain. Without intrinsic nature of a thing, the thing will not sustain. Therefore, creation also will not sustain. Without moral order, the creation will not sustain. Similarly, without duties and responsibilities, the human society will not sustain. Then fifth meaning is Sheelam, righteousness. Sheelam. Without Sheelam, the human society or a human individual cannot sustain. Understood? First, Ishvara and Swabhava sustains the physical creation. Bhogya Prapancha is sustained by first two, Ishvara and Swabhava. Then second two, Samanya Dharma and Swadharma sustains the society and the individual. Without performing one's own duty, the society will not get sustained. In Ramayana, a scene comes, Mother Sita sees the suffering of people and requests Ramji to give a lot of wealth from the treasury. Ramji knows the consequence. Still, to teach Sita ji, he agrees. So he opened royal treasury and distributed a lot of wealth to the people. Whoever wanted, they can come and take. So after receiving a lot of wealth, no fellow wanted to do this job. The plumber doesn't work, the carpenter doesn't work, the agriculturists don't go to farm because already wealth is there. Why should I go? So every fellow became a lazy fellow. During rainy season, there was a leakage in the room. So Mother Sita ji sends people to bring carpenter or plumber wala. Nobody came. It was a shock for Mother Sita ji. She asked Ramji, why people are not coming? You only told, give them wealth. So wealth is given at free of cost. Nobody is ready to work. Then she requested Ramji, make it as before. So without performance of one's own duties and responsibilities, the society will not sustain. While performing those duties, if a person doesn't have Sheelam, righteousness, then society will not be sustained. So electrician comes, he has to do his job with righteousness. Suppose he has hand with someone else who happened to be the enemy of the owner. While hanging the ceiling fan, in order to kill that house owner, he has hand with the enemy, another fellow. Suppose. So he told to the house owner, sir, it is fixed nicely. So as you put switch, fan, instead of rotating, it comes and falls on your head. So while performing Swadharma, there is a requirement for Sheelam, righteousness. And even to follow universal Dharma, there is a need for Sheelam. So that which is the substance of a product, namely Ishvara, sustains the creation. That which is the Swabhava of the product sustains the creation. That which is desired by all living beings, Samanya Dharma, is sustains the creation. That which is one's own duties and responsibilities, Swadharma, sustains the creation. And that which is Sheelam sustains the creation. Many meanings are there. For our context, we have taken these 5 meanings. So in this class, we will take 3rd, 4th and 5th meaning. Samanya Dharma, Swadharma and Sheela. Even though Dharma word denotes 5 meanings, in this class, we will try to understand 3rd, 4th, 5th meaning. So Dharma determines Punya Papa Phalam. This Punya Papa Phalam determines Karma Niyatihi. Karma Niyatihi determines Punarjanma. Punarjanma determines Sukha Dukkha. Begins with Dharma, ends with Sukha Dukkha. You decide whether you want to be happy or not. If you want to be happy, you should understand that you don't have any choice. Understood? This is not a mandate, nor a threat. Understood? I will give punishment. It doesn't say. You decide whether your mouth can be with sweet or chilli. You decide. Munching chilli, you cannot hope to be with sweet mouth. Understood? Other way around also. Munching jaggery or laddu, you cannot hope to be hot mouth. This equal to this. Dharma is equal to Sukham. Adharma is equal to Dukkham. There is no shortcuts. And there is no possibility of violation also. Still, out of ignorance, if you violate, you will have it. Because human being alone is given a beautiful instrument called intellect. Other living beings will not discuss this matter at all, because they don't have choice of violating. It's all instinct based life. What about the inert matters? Inert matters also cannot violate. Bhisha smat vatah pavate, bhisho deti suryaha, bhisha dagnishchendrascha, mrityur dhavati panchama iti. That which is appearing as inert matter is nothing but the manifestation of the conscious entity, and each matter is governed by a devata. And if devata doesn't work properly, he will get back. So they also don't have choice. Animals also don't have choice. Any other creatures don't have choice. Only human being has the choice to verify this fact. What fact? Dharma is equal to dharana. Dharma is equal to sustenance. Adharma is equal to destruction. Understood? In Manusmriti, there is a beautiful shloka. Dharma eva hato hanti dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Tasmad dharmo na hantavyo mano dharmo hatovadhi. Just now I told you, na? Dharma is equal to dharana. Adharma is equal to destruction. That's what here says. If you uphold this manifestation of the Lord, it's a special manifestation of the Lord available only for human being. All other manifestations are available for other living beings also. This Dharma is available as the beautiful manifestation of the Lord only for human being. If you don't uphold that Ishvara, then you are Hanti. Hataha chet dharmaha hanti. If you don't have it in your life, if you don't have it uphold in your life, it will destroy you. Absence of dharma in your life is equal to destruction of the individual. So adharmi is always called atmahanaha. Suicide person. He kills himself. See, cat or dog doesn't take a scissor or blade and scratches its own body. But human mind has the capacity. You can take a blade or knife, you can cut your finger, or you can cut your, not only others' finger, you also. So there is a choice in human mind. You have to choose. Everything you have to choose. Other living beings don't have choice. They cannot choose their food. They have to go by their swabhava. Understood? Vegetarian, non-vegetarian, or both vegetarian, non-vegetarian. Their swabhava. That is why they don't get any agami papa. Prarabdham has brought them with this body and mind. Due to that prarabdha, whatever they do in that particular janma, they don't add to their bank account. Agami is not there. But human being has a beautiful chance of adding to the bank account. Understand? So that is why understanding of dharma is very important, because choice is involved. If you choose anything without understanding, then you will have it. Whether it is a food or a life partner. You choose anything without understanding what it is, what for it is. If you choose anything wrong, you will have it. So, human intellect has the privilege of choosing. Choosing always requires knowledge about that thing, knowledge about norms of its functioning. So, you go to an animal zoo, there are some cats, there are some rats, guinea pigs, and tigers. So, they ask, sir, we want to gift you. You can take anything. Any animal you can take. What we will take? Which animal we will take as pet? Animal that which may not harm in general. Correct? I take tiger, sir. Okay, take. Another fellow takes cat. Both are same in appearance. When they are puppy, both are same. same body marks, same vertical type of activities, both are same, appearing as same. So one is cat, another is tiger cub. What you will choose? So naturally, before choosing, you will ask the zoo wala, sir, what is this? What is this? One is cat, another is tiger cub. One is kitten, another is tiger cub. Oh, what it will do? What it will do? It will eat only in general milk. This will eat in general blood. So you should know what you choose, and you should know the norms which governs its swabhava. Understand? So choosing requires knowledge about what is required, what is not required, what is appropriate, what is not appropriate. Wrong choice always leads to suffering. A glass of colored liquid is in front of you. You ask what it is. That fellow says, it is thumbs up, sir, cool drink. Another fellow brings another glass, same color. Sir, it is alcohol. Now you have to choose. If you choose thumbs up, it will cool your stomach. If you choose alcohol, it will burn your stomach. So, choice involves knowledge. And with regard to dharma, you don't have any choice in understanding that it is choiceless. As jnata, you always understand it is a necessity for my life. Dharma is a necessity for my life. You know that. Yesterday I told you, na, even a thief knows stealing is wrong. Non-stealing asteyam is a need for my survival. So as jnata, everyone knows what is dharma, what is adharma. As bhokta, everyone desires for only dharmic action. Correct? I should be loved, I should not be cheated, I should not be lied, I should not get hurt, nobody should take away my possession, nobody should touch my family members, hurt my family members. Whether this desire is there or not, everyone has this desire. So, as jnata also you don't have any choice. As bhokta also you don't have any choice. However much you are illiterate in Sanskrit or scripture or the modern science, you are very much erudite with regard to this one thing. What is that? You know what is right, what is wrong. And you desire as bhokta only right things. Right things means what? That which is sukha hetu. That which is sukha hetu. The problem comes when you have to keep in your life, you try to violate. As jnata you know, as bhokta you desire, but as karta you are not following. You are not adhering to dharma. If that is the case, then there is a conflict between these three fellows. Jnata, bhokta, karta. One fellow desires, another fellow refutes. That is called guilt. That is called guilt. Why? Whether this guilt is outside the creation or inside the creation, please tell. It is inside the creation. Nobody comes and advises you, have guilt. That is called, it is called paschat tapaha. After violation, you get tapa. Tapa means pain. Paschat tapaha. So if you are intelligent, you can avoid that pain. Take eating chilli. As Jnata, you know what it is. As Jnata, you know what it is. As Bhokta also, you know how to use it. But as Karta, if you don't use it properly, then what you will get? Paschat tapaha. Burning after violation. Therefore, Shastra says, violation of dharma leads to personal conflict. You can fight with others and try to survive. But how can you survive fighting with yourself every moment? Understand? So, dharmena sukham. By having this dharma in your life only you can have sukham. Because you desire sukham always. And whether the desire also is outside or inside? Inside. It is the intrinsic nature of your mind. Sukhame sarvada bhuyat. Sarvada bhuyat. Dukkham ma bhut kadachana. This desire is intrinsic or incidental? Intrinsic. When this desire is intrinsic, when the knowledge about dharma also is intrinsic, then how can you violate as karta? Understand? So violation leads to conflict between your personality, and that is called split personality. He thinks one, decides one, conveys others one thing and does another thing. Split personality. Multiple personality. It is a disorder. Even in modern science, this multiple personality is a disorder. Mental disorder. Understand? So, to some extent, it is acceptable in the society. Therefore, we are outside the mental hospital. Understood? Because all have this disease. All have this mental disorder. Namely, multiple personality. We are one individual in front of our parent. We are another individual in front of friends. We are another individual in front of family members. We are another individual in front of the employer or employee. And we have different sets of norms. For me, hot idli. For my servant, cold yesterday night's food. I will not take anybody's eaten food, uchishta food, but I will give uchishta food to others. Anything is getting rotten, it is given to servant. When you give, you should give only right thing. You understand now? I cannot use a cloth which is used by others, but I am trying to give cloth used by me to my servant. So we have different sets of norms. That is why we suffer. So suffering also intrinsic because adharma becomes intrinsic. Instead of dharma become intrinsic to us, adharma becomes intrinsic. Intrinsic means what? We are not able to get away from that. It is possible. This dilemma is not for other creatures, only for human being, because intellect is given. Intellect is given to gain knowledge about our real nature. That is the only purpose of intellect. Why the creation has given intellect to human being? To gain freedom. To get away from the samsara, to get away from the bondage. But that freedom is misused here in violating dharma, which is followed by all other creatures. They are better than us. Understand? So he adds bondage by violation. Intellect is given to get away from the bondage. The same intellect is used to add more and more bondage. Whether it is a curse or a boon, whether the intellect is a boon or a curse, it depends upon your usage. Whether the Ferrari car presented by your parent to you is a boon or a curse. Whether a bike, birthday gift bike, boon or a curse, please tell. If you use it properly with dharma, it is a boon. If you misuse it, it's a curse. So intellect becomes curse once intellect loses the adherence to dharma. Therefore only in our Sanatana Dharma, you will have it. What is the mantra? You will have it. Tatastu. All Rakshasa, after doing tapasya, they will list one thing. Without knowledge that there are a lot of adharmic aspects are there in that list. I should not be killed. It is adharma. Why it is adharma? It is against swabhava. What is the swabhava of this creation? That which is born has to die. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu. So you are trying to change the constants. You are trying to change the constants. That is constant. That is why it is called swabhava. So you are trying to violate that swabhava, then it becomes adharma. Bhagavan says, Tatastu. In protecting the body for eternity, you will not get success. But you can extend the period of its survival. So Bhagavan says, Tathastu. So it be. Tathastu means what? So it be. So this is the mantra. So it be. I am going to be adharmic. So it be. I like chilli. So it be. I want to eat chilli. So it be. So it be means. Once chilli is taken, Ishvara knows that he doesn't have any choice. Should I eat or not? If you ask, I will tell not necessary. You have decided and you are informing me. So when you inform, what I will do? So it be. Ravana asked Saga Varam, that is Amrutyuhu. Dehasya Amrutatvam. I should not be killed by Gandharvas, Yakshas, like that. Whether Ravana knows or not, Hiranyakashipu was predecessor for Ravana. That Hiranyakashipu itself is gone. Understood? And he is the person who got those experience. Same Jiva. Correct? Still, second attempt he comes and says, I want to have Dehasya Amrutatvam. Bhagavan says, so it be. But you will not get succeed. That is why he relaxedly says, so it be. Understood? So, conformity to dharma is choiceless and violation leads to split personality. Violation leads to conflict with yourself in the form of guilt and low self-esteem. Violation makes this privilege of choosing as a curse. Same Ravana could have chosen after 10,000 years of tapasya. Same Ravana could have chosen and asked the boon, please teach me Atma Jnanam. Brahmaji would have been very happy. Are 10,000 years you did tapasya to learn from me, and I am waiting without any student. Naturally, normally, if you would have come to Brahmaloka and asked, please teach me, I would have taught. But Ravana has chosen another thing which is against the nature of the creation. So he will have it. Vibhishana has chosen. He knows that Deha cannot be permanently kept. So as long as I live, I want to serve Narayana, he asked. Through this impermanent body, I want to serve the permanent entity. Another fellow, Kumbhakarna, he was keeping in mind the choice in his mind. I want to enjoy all the pleasures of the world. That is not possible. If you are all, then you enjoy all the pleasures of the world. Sarvosmi iti manyate. Through knowledge only you can enjoy all the pleasures of the world. How? Because you know that whatever pleasure is available, whoever is enjoying it is myself. That is knowledge, not at the level of experience. Can anyone marry all the girls in the world? Can anyone eat all the food in the world? This fellow was having idiot. You want to have all the food in the then food scarcity will come. Other jivas karma phala is there na. So this big hotel is created for all, not for only one fellow. So it has been cooked for 1,000 people, suppose. 1,000 people should come and eat and go. Suppose one fellow on Gadot Gajai enters and finishes everything. The hotel manager or owner will not be happy. Though the products are sold out or used, but it is used by only one fellow. That is not the purpose of my opening this hotel. So Ishvara will not be happy. But this fellow, again, against the swabha of the nature. So Indratvam, instead of telling Indratvam, Nidratvam, it will. All right. I cannot abstract your hunger of having sense pleasures, but I can abstract the speed and frequency of your hunger. How? Put into sleep. When a fellow sleeps, he doesn't need any sensory objects. So 6 months sleep, 1 day get up. Again 6 months sleep. Again 1 day you get up. Again 6 months sleep, like that. That itself, providing the provisions which are required to him, is very difficult. Because big akara, big palace for him. And when you sleep, if you are made to get up in between 6 months, you will die. That's how Kumbhakarna died. Because before the end of the 6 months, he was made to get up through a lot of elephants and other things. So these are all appearing as stories, but this is the philosophy, this is the idea behind all these descriptions. So you cannot go against the intrinsic nature of a thing. What is the nature of your mind? Intrinsic nature of the mind. Whether you like it or not, you know what is right, what is wrong. Jnata will have knowledge. You cannot forget it. One dhanam cannot be returned back to the giver is jnana dhanam. That is why it is highest dhanam. Vastra dhanam, anna dhanam, dravya dhanam. There are dhanam only. But jnana dhanam is there. Gift of knowledge. You cannot give it back to the giver. Suppose somebody brings a sari or dhoti to you and gives you, sorry, I don't need it. I can earn and have it I don't need anything free. You can return back to the giver. Suppose somebody comes and tells, being hygienic is good for your life. It's a knowledge. Brushing teeth is good for your health. It's a knowledge. So you are such a lazy fellow, doesn't want to even brush. So you don't like that knowledge. What is the knowledge? Brushing the teeth gives health. This is the knowledge. Take back your knowledge. I don't need all these things. Can you say? That's why Jnana Dhanam is the highest. So whether you like it or not, your intellect is designed in such a way to know what is white, what is black. You cannot request the thing to change the color according to your whims and fancies. You see a black cloth, I don't like black. Can you change to white? Can you appear to me as white? Neither you can order nor you can request. So Jnata is choiceless in knowing. Bhokta also is choiceless in desiring. Then why Karta should be with choice? And that choice also is given by the Srishti only. Kartum, Akartum, Anyata Kartum Va. When choice is given to you, you should choose a right thing only. What is the right thing? That which you desire from others. Same thing, others also will desire. So you have to behave in such a way. So violation makes this choosing intellect as a curse. And you are a slave for your raga dvesha. Because what makes you to violate the norms? Your raga dvesha. Achakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichannapi. Baladiva niyojitaha. What is that factor which makes me not to adhere to dharma? He doesn't say, he doesn't ask, Arjuna did not ask, what is that thing in making me understanding right or wrong? No choice. In doing right or wrong. So Karta has small freedom of violation. So Shastra and elders say, why you use that violation? Why you use that freedom to violate? Use the same freedom to assert to the dharma. You repeatedly assert yourself. I am for this, I am for this. In Ramayana, there are many situations wherein option was given to Ramji to violate. Even Vanavasa. Father has given promise to Kaikeyi before the birth of Ramji. And same father has given assurance to the public just one day before. Which one will be validated? Ramji had choice now to argue. என்னப்பா நான் பிறக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடியே வாக்கு கொடுத்தேன்னு சொல்ற, இப்போ நீ வாக்கு கொடுத்திருக்கிற, சாரி, you have given promise to mother without anybody's knowledge before my birth, and you have promised to the entire country just one day before. Which one I should adhere? Like that he could have argued. So there was a choice for him to violate. But Ramji says, no, I will not violate. I will not violate. Then they give a lot of interpretations and how to abuse this freedom. That Jabali Rishi, along with Bharata, Jabali Rishi goes to bring back Rama from Chitrakoot. Lot of discussions happens. I have discussed about this scene 21 hours in the topic Satyameva Jayate. So there are a lot of people who can indoctrinate you. Indoctrinate for what? To violate. That time only we should be very careful if you have knowledge about its choicelessness. If you have knowledge that dharma is not a incidental thing which requires my conformity, it is an intrinsic thing which requires my conformity. If you know, then you will naturally choose dharma. So as jnata, choosing is intrinsic nature of the mind. Choosing requires knowledge about that thing, and wrong choice leads to suffering. My Acharya Swamiji used to tell this idea through one example. Suppose you are driving a bike gifted by your father. On the road, you happen to see a board. Take diversion. Road is under repair, take diversion. Where they will put? At least 20 feet before the repaired road, correct? Suppose if you don't take it, if you don't assert, if you don't conform to this board and say, I am a free Indian, citizen of India, freedom is there, my bike, I am driving, I know how to drive, why this fellow is asking me to divert? I will go straight. Where you will go straight? Intensive care unit you will go. Where you will go? You will go intensive care unit. IC unit you will be ending. Understood? So you don't have choice. Even though there is an apparent knowledge that I have choice to violate. What is intelligence? To know that I don't have choice. Understand? So, as jnata, you don't have choice. As bhokta also, you don't want any fellow in the creation to violate it. You want all fellows in the creation to conform to it. Correct? Yes, you know that if they violate, you will get suffering. Now, as karta, what is the sign of maturity? I also will conform to it. That is the sign of maturity. Because dharmaha nityam, I cannot rub with the nityam. I cannot rub with the constant. So, you are a moving entity. Neem tree, big neem tree is a constant entity. You try to go and rub, remove your shirt and rub your back like this. What will happen? Who will get scratch? When you rub with constant, my Acharya Swamiji used to say, when you rub with constant, you will be rubbed off. Dharma is nityam, you cannot rub with that. Another example is to give, American warship is coming. The captain of the ship receives a message, please take diversion 45 degrees left. Then this fellow, with a lot of arrogance, because American warship, I am the captain. Who is that fellow who orders me to take diversion? I will not change the route. So he says, sends back the message. This is American warship. To whom you are talking, do you know? I will not take diversion. I will not change my route. You change your route. Then again message comes, please, we request you to change your route. Otherwise, damage will happen. So the American warship captain says, sends back again second message. Damage will happen to whom? Not for us. To you it will be. You change your direction. Then third message comes from the opposite side. We cannot change diversion because we are from lighthouse. Lighthouse cannot move. So we cannot change the direction of our existence. You please take diversion. So warship, however much it is powerful, cannot fight with lighthouse because it is constant. Dharmaha nityaha. Therefore, you cannot rub with it. And dharmaha is a brake system. Dharmaha yamaha. Yamayati iti yamaha. அதனால்தான் யமனுக்கு பேரு தர்மராஜா. Who is that Dharmaraja? One who yamayati iti yamaha. What is the another name for him? Dharmaraja. Yama Dharmaraja. See, language. Yamayati iti yamaha. That which yamayati is dharmaha, and who governs is called rajaha. So yama dharma rajaha. So there is a brake system in the universe. That brake system will come and give you a brake. It will break you. Understood? So better you apply brake by yourself. Otherwise, universal brake will come and break you. Understood? So it is like driving a Ferrari car. My Acharya Swamiji used to say, Ferrari car is very powerful engine, you know. Suppose you get a Ferrari car without brake system. What will happen? You will not even ignite it. So, dharmaha yamayati tasmat. No option. Dharmaha nityam tasmat. No option. Then third one is dharmaha is equal to Ishvaraha because it is a manifestation of Ishvara. Therefore, conformity to dharma is conformity to Ishvara, who happen to be Sukha Hetu. Ishvara is not Dukkha Hetu. Ishvara is Sukha Hetu. So, conformity to dharma is equal to closeness to Ishvara. Closeness to Ishvara means what? Close to abhayatvam. Closeness to fearlessness. Closeness to happiness. Closeness to shanti. So that is why whenever you violate dharma, you have all these negative emotions. If you open lock of your door, your home door, you don't have fear. When you open another person's door, then you see this side, that side. Because you cannot restrain this, but at the same time you know what is the consequence. That is why you are making sure that others should not see. Whether others see or not, you already witnessed it. Panchabhutas have witnessed it. All are governed by this factor, dharma. So you will have it. So conformity to dharma is equal to conformity to Ishvara. Conformity to Ishvara means closeness to Ishvara. Closeness to Ishvara is closeness to abhayatvam, shantihi, triptihi, tushtihi, santosham. Now you understood? Therefore, conformity to dharma is intelligent way of life. Knowledge-born way of life. One who conforms to dharma are generally considered as weak people, but they are not weak. Ramji was considered as weak person by Ravana. Repeatedly he scolds Ramji. Vanavasi, Vanavasi, Vanavasi. Just because your old father gave some word and you are holding that word and you lost all your sukham, comforts, rajyam, nothing is there with you. You are a weak fellow. You cannot protect your own wife. You cannot protect your kingdom. You are roaming in far like that. But that's not the fact. Who is weak? Rama or Ravana? Indrajit also joins. Ravana scolds Ramji. Indrajit scolds Lakshman. Same idea. See, I am the conqueror of Indra. Like that, he boasts. You fellow, at least your brother can come. Somehow, something he was valued, so he came for that. Why you came along with him? You are a so weak fellow, like that. Last day war with Indrajit was explained in Valmiki Ramayana. Both of them are fighting with varieties of astras. Narayana Astra, Brahma. Both of them are having all the astras. Suppose he puts Brahmastra means Indrajit also has a Brahmastra. Narayana Astra, Narayana. Pashudastra, Pashudastra. All astras. So Lakshmana was really tired of. What is this fellow? Every astra this fellow is having. Then he discovered at that moment one new astra. And he pronounces mantra to that new astra. What is the mantra, you know? Dharmatma satya sandaschet Ramo dasharatir yati Maya anugnatam idam Sharene jahiravani. This is the mantra. If Rama, Dasharatihi Ramaha, Dharmatma and Satyasandaha, then the arrow sent by me destroy Indrajit. This is the mantra. This Indrajit, I never heard this mantra. What this mantra it is? Dharmatma Satya Sandaschet Ramo Dasharatir Yadi. Yadi means if. If Rama is Dharmatma and Satya Sandaha. Maya Nugnatam Idam Sharene Jahi Ravani. Ravani na Indrajit. Ravanasya Putraha Ravanihi. Let this arrow, ordinary arrow, Kuchala Senja Ambu. That bamboo stick arrow, not any other arrow. Bamboo stick arrow gets this power of destroying Indrajit by this mantra. What is that mantra? If Ramaha, Dharmatma and Satyasandaha. Now Indrajit has three choices. He also can tell mantra. Dharmatma Satyasandaschet Mama Pita Ravanaha. If my father Ravana is Dharmatma and Satyasandaha, let me be protected from the. He could have uttered. Understood? Because this arrow is not made up of any other Daivika mantra. This is made up of one assertion. What is that assertion? Rama, Dharmatma, Satyasandaha. This fellow also can protect himself by opposite assertion. What are the possibilities? Yadi Ravanaha Dharmatma Satyasandaha chet mam rakshatu. Correct? Let me be protected. One choice. Another choice of assertion is what? Dharmatma Satyasandaschet aham. If I am the Dharmatma and Satyasandaha, then let me be protected. Second choice. Third choice is there. Adharmatma Asatyasandaschet Ramo Dasharatir Yati. If Rama is Adharmatmi, Asatyasandaha, then let me get protection. Three choices. But Indrajit could not tell any of these three things because he knows. My father Ravana is Adharmatma, Rama is Dharmatma. I am also Adharma. You understood now? You understood now? Because very jnata of the villain knows what is Dharma and what is Adharma. Indrajit, even Indrajit knows I cannot stand in front of Dharma. I can stand in front of Brahmastra. I can stand in front of Narayanastra, Pashupadaastra, Chakrastra. But cannot stand in front of Dharmastra. Now you understood? Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. If you would have upheld the dharma, then you would have been protected. Dharmo hataha hanti. Understood? Lakshmana was protected from Indrajit's arrows, Indrajit's onslaught. By what? Dharma. And not by his dharma. He is invoking his brother's dharma. See, very important thing it is hidden in this sloka. Valmiki ji is not write this sloka casually. What message he wants to give in Ramayana? Are you may be the great conqueror of this creation. You could have put all the devatas under your feet. But if there is a lacuna in your character, if there is a violation being a karta, if you don't conform to the dharma being a karta, you are nobody. On the other hand, there are a lot of lacunas in the life of Ramji. No army, no ratha, no supporting people, no fighters, all monkeys. What they know? They can throw stone and see, it's an insult for Rama, you know. A military general taking tribals and fighting with another military. Here only military general is there. There is no military warriors. It's an insult. God doesn't bother. There are lacunas. All facilities, comforts are lacking in his life. But one thing was never in lack. What is that? Dharmatma Satya Sandha. Understood? So these two are very powerful weapons. And if you invoke them, even if followed by your family member. That is why Shastra says, encourage your family members to do dharma. When you worship, call everyone to participate in puja. When you give dana to others, to poor people, make sure that they also hand over that. When you get up early, make sure others also get up early. When you do exercise, make sure that others also join. It's all the dharmic action. Each one has its own effect in its own sphere. Early morning get up is very important. Exercise is very important. Study is very important. Yajna is worship the Lord is very important. Satsanga is very important. Don't come to satsanga alone. Bring your life partner also. Somehow manage to convince. Understood? Because even if it doesn't work because of your dharma, it may work because of your family member's dharma. Understood? If Lakshmana loses, Rama loses. Understood? Lakshmana may not have the capacity to destroy Indrajit. Therefore only, after trying all the weapons, Lakshmana tries this unique weapon. This Indrajit put his hand, ayyo, idana sollave mudiyade. Enga appan dharmatma sollave mudiyade. See? He would have advised, like Vibhishana. Ravana might have changed his mind. Because son also is advising me. Indrajit is the greatest weapon in the hands of Ravana. Appa, enna solringa? Adella panakudadu. Then, if a father says to a son, go and snatch this chain from the neck of the child, suppose. If child goes and snatches the chain from the neck of the another child, both are in destruction. Even if father says to do so, what the child should do? Na pa pesringa. What you are talking? Like Nachiketas told. What you are talking? You cannot lie. Once you told me to go to Yamadharmaloka, I will go to Yamadharmaloka. Anupashya yatha purve pratipashya tatha pare sasyamiva matya pachyate Sasyamiva ajayate punah. This life is very ephemeral. To save this ephemeral, don't rub with the constant. So, it is a wonderful subject to dwell, to think and think and think. Ultimately, one day our mind should be convinced about its choicelessness. Even though there is an apparent choice, intelligent life is what? Not to have choice. Now you understood? Dharmo rakshati rakshitah. You uphold dharma in your life, its power protects you when you are in need. Dharmaha eva hataha hanti. Dharmaha eva hanti. The same dharma kills you if you don't uphold. Therefore, Manusmriti says, Tasmad dharmaha na hantavyaha. At any reason, don't give up. Otherwise, avadhi, you will be finished. If you have desire that I should be protected, then you should protect. Your protection is not to protect dharma. Your protection of dharma is to protect yourself. Understood? Your protection of dharma is not to protect the dharma. Your protection of dharma is protect your personal living. Understood? So more details are there about this. We will see in the next classes. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ram Krishna Arpanam.
Om Vang Me Manasi Pratisthita Mano Me Vachi Pratishtitam Aviravir Mayedhi Vedasya Maani Ishtama Shrutam Me Mam Prahasihi Anenadhite Nahodatra Sandadhami Ritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaramavatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Aham Rudre Bharvasubhastharam Yama Nityayuta Vishwadevaihi Aham Mitra Varuno Bhavibharmyahamin Ragi Aham Ashvino Bha Aham Somamahanasam Vibharmyaham Vashtaaramuta Poshanam Bhagam Aham Dadami Dravinam Havishmate Supravye Yajamanaya Sundate Aham Rashre Sangamani Vasonam Tikitushi Pratama Yagniya Anam Taman Deva Viladuh Puratra Bhorastatram Bhurya Veshayanti Mayaso Annamattiyo Vipashyati Yapranitiya Shrinotyuktam Amantavo Manta Upakshiyanti Shruti Shrutasradhivante Vadami Ahameva Swayamidam Vadami Dushtam Devebhirudamanushebhihi Yam Kamayetam Tamugram Krinomi Tam Brahmanam Tam Rishim Tam Sumedham Aham Rudraya Dhanuratanomi Brahmadvishe Sharave Hantavao Aham Janaya Samadam Krinomyaham Dyava Prathivi Avivesha Aham Sube Pitaram ब्रह्मस्य मूर्धन्मम योनिरप्स्व अन्तः समुद्रे ततो वितिष्ठे भुवनानि विश्वो तामुन्द्यां वर्ष्मणोपस्पृशामि अहमेव वात इव प्रवाहारभमाना भुवनानि विश्वा परो दिवापरेण पृथिव्यै तावती महिना सम्बभूव ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति